The members of the Detroit Metropolitan Bar Association, DMBA, and its foundation have long histories of helping those in need. Founded in 1969, the foundation's mission is to deliver and fund law-related programs and services that help meet the needs of low-income people. The DMBA, in partnership with the State Bar of Michigan Access to Justice program, is also one of the leading sources of volunteer attorneys in Southeast Michigan. This clinic is a partnership between the DMBA, area legal service providers, private law firms, and corporate legal departments. General Motors and Ford began the clinic in 1997 to enable volunteer attorneys to meet with low-income people and ultimately represent them in civil cases.
We generally take on around a dozen or so cases every 2 weeks and place those with pro bono volunteer lawyers from a large number of large law firms and corporate legal staffs in the Detroit legal community. While we believe that these legal matters are ones that are simple enough for volunteer lawyers to handle, they're certainly not simple or easy or unimportant in the minds of the clients.
This clinic is a mutual effort of the DMBA and the National Lawyers Guild Detroit chapter. It's a single-service, advice-only clinic that helps low-income Metro Detroiters get answers to their legal questions. The goal is to give quality, free legal advice and information to as many people as possible.
Through the generous support of the General Motors Corporation, as well as through a cooperative effort through the Detroit Public Library system, we are now hoping to increase the frequency of this project to a bi-monthly level so that we can greater serve the Detroit area and surrounding communities.
This community coalition helps families find and remain in permanent housing. It also helps families develop skills to increase their income and removes legal barriers that may keep them from having a permanent home. It's supported by a Housing and Urban Development grant through Michigan Neighborhood Legal Services.
Our newest partners are Children's Hospital of Michigan and the Detroit Metropolitan Bar Association. We're just so delighted and honored to be working with the pro bono attorneys, the champions for justice that we know are working so hard behind the scenes to increase access to justice for our target population.
The DMBA Foundation also has created partnerships with the Wayne County Circuit Court Juvenile Division and the U.S. District Court. This alliance creates programs and recruits volunteer attorneys to give pro bono legal services to the court's clients.
We have a wonderful group of professionals in our community that want to experience the richness of adding to a young person's life.
Meanwhile, the barristers section of the DMBA also serves people in many diverse Metro Detroit communities. It develops and presents law-related community service programs and works with many charities. Each year, downtown Detroit law firms and businesses set up clothing collection sites for this drive. They work with area homeless shelters to distribute the clothes to those in need.
On behalf of the barristers, we'd like to thank our donors for supporting our community service initiatives, and we look forward to continued opportunities to partner with you in the future. Thank you.
Dennis Archer's vision was to support teachers and to reach out to kids by sending a team of medical, legal, and law enforcement personnel to the schools to talk with the kids about making safe choices in their lives. Over the years, this program has involved the support and work of hundreds of professionals in southeastern Michigan and has received thousands of dollars in financial support.
The barristers continue to build on Dennis Archer's vision to connect with Metro Detroit students. Through the Adopt a School program, they're launching a new initiative to link the right students to the right programs and enable volunteer attorneys to be a consistent presence in students' lives.
I'm beautiful and I'm not ugly, and that I'm special in my own way.
Jasmine is the first child to receive dental work from For the Seventh Generation, a new and innovative community-based volunteer program also sponsored by the DMBA Foundation. The goal is to recruit and coordinate volunteers to provide non-law related services to wards of the Wayne County Juvenile Court. It's another way individuals and organizations volunteer to help change lives.
We need to stop generational neglect. We need to put a stop to it right now. And the way to do that is to wrap our arms around these families and try to provide as much support for the children and the families as we can, so we can break the cycle of poverty and break the cycle of abuse and neglect that has enveloped this family.
Access to these services can be immediate, as they're posted on the internet and available to caseworkers, children's attorneys, and the court.
To be truly effective, our juvenile justice system must look beyond the mere survival of the children in our charge. We must recognize that the actions that we take today will have an impact far beyond the current generation. How we deal with the most vulnerable children today will affect their progeny for years to come. We must work for the seventh generation.
Your commitments to the people of Metro Detroit, your gifts of time, energy, and financial support are what enables the DMBA and its foundation to help empower people in need. We are so grateful to all of you for helping us carry out our vision to keep accessible community service alive.